finally got to making one of these videos of my pagan altar. Just gonna go through a hopefully quick rundown of what's on my altar, what it's used for, etc. So let's just get into it. Sorry about the lighting, by the way. These two pictures and these two pictures are of the four sons of Horus, which I used to call the quarters and the elements for, you know, for my circle and everything. This is a picture of the goddess Nut, who is my matron goddess, and this, it's not a picture of Horus the Elder, but it's the only picture I have right now that kind of suits it. So until I get a picture of Horus the Elder, that's kind of my temporary picture. These flowers are just fake flowers in a small vase that I got at Michael's for 99 cents with some river rocks at the bottom. That was mainly like my little Beltane thing. It was during Beltane in the center, but since it is still springtime, I keep it over here on the goddess side of the altar and, you know, try to keep it a little bit springy. These candles over here, they have currently no use. I just keep them there for now, unless I need, you know, a white pillar candle or two for some working or something. These tapers are my god and goddess candles. I thought silver was perfect. I mean, it represents the goddess most of the time, but just because it was Nut, the goddess of the stars in the night sky, I thought that was even better. So she has another white pillar candle as another kind of representation of her, and for Horus the Elder, a nice big orange pillar candle. So I thought that was fitting. So over here I just have simple little oil diffuser with gardenia oil. Smells really good. This is just a little statue of Bastet, the goddess, and I keep her on my altar. She's not my matron goddess, but because I have two cats that I adore with everything I have, I keep her there. Kind of, I'll work with her occasionally, you know, ask for protection for the kitties. These candles are just kind of extras for now. This candle I like to use on Samhain, and this candle I use, you can tell it's really been used, but I use it a lot when working with Osiris, so I kind of use this as his god candle. I'll replace that there and work with Osiris. But that's that back row. Over here I have this lovely little dragon. As you can see, it's blue and really shiny. And the egg that it's holding is golden, so I thought this was another good representation of Nut just because I like dragons. This is kind of what they depicted her body to look like, really blue, kind of starry, and in mythology she swallows the sun every evening and gives birth to it every morning, so I thought the dragon holding the gold egg, that would just be perfect to kind of represent my goddess, but at the same time, you know, the really dragony aspect of my personality. Just a simple silver little chalice for the goddess. This stone, I don't know if you'll be able to see it very well, but it's blue gold stone. You can kind of see it shimmer. I wish I could show you a better picture. I'd have to actually take a picture of it, but you can see it kind of shimmering. But that's a good representation of Nut again, because it's kind of reminds you of stars. Here I have like another candle I use when working with specifically Nut, because, you know, it fits her, the blue, the white, as like the sky and everything. I have an amethyst in between the candles, the god candles and goddess candles, just because, you know, it's a very powerful stone. Here I have, I believe it's peridot or agate, I'm not sure, but I thought their little green beads are really fitting for the god. I use that for most god representations, and I'll hold those when meditating on the god. Here I just have a little scarab. It came with any Egyptian Book of the Dead little set at Barnes & Noble. And this is a little fake apple because apples are a good offering for Horus the Elder. So I just wanted to put that there. And I also have this little jade piece with the Eye of Horus on it that I put there myself. So I'll kind of like meditate on this stone a lot. Then over here, it's filthy, I know. Just something I burn things in for now because I don't have a cauldron and I like this bowl too much to ruin it by burning things in it. So I usually use this, and I mean it's more raised, so kind of more little protection in the fire aspect. Then over here I have a big abalone shell with all my gemstones in it, and I guess I'll have to make another video of all my gemstones, kind of go through it. So I'll leave that for another video. Here for air I have a big feather and my little bell that I use basically when calling and invoking. Here I have a dried rose tied with lavender in a red ribbon for earth along with a pine cone. Up here for water I have this shell, excuse me, sometimes I'll put the chalice there instead. Over here for fire I have a little red candle and a snowflake obsidian. Then over here I just have a little cowrie shell, very fitting for the goddess. And over here this was for Beltane because I was worshipping Hathor at the time. Red was a red pillar candle with a little flower wreath on a black little plate, so I thought that was still nice to keep there because it is springtime. Alright, so, this sun I thought was perfect to represent Horus because the legend goes that his right eye is the sun and his left eye is the moon, so being the sun, the little sun decoration, it had its right eye open, which was the sun, and its left eye closed, which was the moon, so I thought this was perfect. I really wish I could get a moon version of that. So that's pretty much what's on the altar. Now up on the shelf I have Blue Lotus, which is, you know, one of the flowers mostly like used in rituals and meditation for the ancient Egyptians. In here I just have some dandelion root that I got, and then in there just dandelion leaves. Here I have some cone incense, sandalwood, and the other one is Egyptian musk. And in that little box there are just flower petals that I'll usually like use for springtime, and I gather them around spring. So this is basically a block of salt from the bottom of a lake. If I'm running low on salt or something, I'll just stick this in the water for about 2 minutes and it'll become salt water. So yeah. Up here I have just some empty little bottles for whatever reason. Just some little statues my friend got me from a little kit thing. And more over here, there's Anubis, Isis, Bastet, Ra, and Thoth. And then I have this, whoops, kind of messy up here. I have that big chunk of rose quartz. Then over here I have, usually I'll stock like herbs and things in there. It's a few empty. There's salt, basil, and there's red wax that I was using to make my own candles. This I was actually going to put into a necklace. It's kind of like druzy. Kind of purple and green. Really does no justice on the camera. And then up here I have smudging sage. And then those are my little bags that I have for right now financial stability and spirituality. And then my statue of Isis with some little teardrop amethyst beads on her. I kind of keep this here even though she's not my matron goddess, but because I keep her up on the shelf because she's overlooking my altar and she's the goddess of magic, so I thought that fit appropriately. So that's kind of really my altar. So yeah, I was glad I can show you guys this. Alright, blessed be.